What is going on, you guys? How's everybody doing out there today? I am Gophxr. Schedule 1 dropped a brand new update today. So here in this video, I'm going to be showing y'all a new setup here at the Manor. This thing is easy to set up and it generates a massive amount of product. Let's show y'all how to do this. Listed here are all the items you're going to need for this build. 64 suspension racks, 64 full spectrum lights, 64 moisturizing pots, 12 large shelves, 10 lockers, and 6 brick presses. Alright, once you have all the items that you need, go ahead and grab your suspension racks and your large shelves and head on into your brand new Manor. You're going to grab some suspension racks and you're going to start right here along this wall with 8 of them. 6, 7, 8. And then you're going to be putting 8 over here along this wall. 6, 7, 8. Now go ahead and pull out a large shelf and put one underneath this window along the wall right here. And do the same thing over here. And then go ahead and pull out your suspension racks, put 2 along this shelf right here, and the same thing over here. Now we're going to be connecting these 2 suspension racks. Go ahead and pull out some more racks and get started. Just like that. Now come over here and start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4 racks over, and then start counting from this position. 1, 2, 3. And then put 1 right next to it, and then put 2 in front of it right here. And then do the same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Start counting right here. 1, 2, 3. Put 1 right next to it, and then 2 in front of it. Now go ahead and pull out large shelves and put 1 in front of that setup there, and 1 in front of that setup there. Now go ahead and put 2 large shelves along this wall right here. 1 by this door, and 1 by that door. Make sure it aligns with the door perfectly on both sides. Now we're gonna do the same thing on the other room over here. We're gonna put 8 along this wall. 6, 7, 8, and then the same thing over here. 6, 7, 8. And then put a large shelf underneath the window along the wall, and another one over here. And then you're going to put 2 suspension racks, 1 right here, 1 right there, and another one right there and there. And then we're going to connect those 2 suspension racks with a line of racks right here. Just like that. Now come over here and start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then start counting from right here. 1, 2, 3. Put 1 next to it, 2 in front of it, and then the same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Start counting from here. 1, 2, 3, and 1 there, and then 2 in front of it. 1 large shelf in front of that setup, and 1 large shelf in front of that setup. And then your last 2 large shelves are going to go along the wall right here, 1 there, and 1 there. Again, make sure you're going all the way up against the door frame right here and there. Once you're done with all the suspension racks and the large shelves, go ahead and grab your full spectrum lights, and you're going to be putting 1 underneath every single suspension rack in the house. When you're done with all the lights, go ahead and grab your moisturizing pots and head on in, and you're going to be putting 1 pot underneath every single light. When you're done laying down all the pots under the lights, go ahead and pull out your brick presses, and you're going to be putting 3 along the wall right here. And the same thing on the other side of the room over here. 3 along the wall. Just like that. When you're done with the brick presses, go ahead and go upstairs with the lockers, and we're going to be going up to any of the rooms and just go and start laying them down. You can put 5 along the wall on each side of the room. Just like that. We're now done setting up the grow house. Now we have to set up the automation in the grow house. Super important that we don't skip any steps here so we get it right. Go ahead and pull out your clipboard to get started and select 11 pots on this side of the room. Once you have 11 pots selected, go ahead and press E to manage, select seed, choose the Granddaddy purple seed, select additive, choose fertilizer, select destination, and then come over here and choose one of the brick presses. Now put your clipboard away and pull your clipboard back out, and you're going to be selecting 11 more pots. Just make sure you're selecting pots you didn't select the first time. Once you have 11 pots selected, go ahead, press E to manage, select seed, choose the purple seed, additive, choose the fertilizer, select destination, and then come over here and choose a different brick press. Now put your clipboard away and pull your clipboard back out and select the last 10 pots in the room. Once you've chosen the last 8 pots, go ahead and press E to manage, select seed, choose the purple seed, select additive, choose the fertilizer, and then select destination and choose the other brick press. Just make sure we're choosing a different brick press each time here. Now go ahead and put your clipboard away and pull your clipboard back out. Hold shift on your keyboard and you're going to be pressing all of the brick presses here. Once they're all selected, go ahead and press E to manage, select destination, and choose the shelf to the left here. Now go ahead and put your clipboard away and pull your clipboard back out, and you're going to be coming into the other room here, and we're going to be selecting 11 pots. Once you have 11 pots selected, go ahead and press E to manage, select seed, choose the purple seed, select additive, choose the fertilizer, select destination, and come over here and choose one of the brick presses in this room. Now go ahead and put your clipboard away and pull your clipboard back out and select 11 of the pots that you didn't just select. Once you have 11 pots selected, go ahead and press E to manage, select seed, choose the purple seed, select additive, choose the fertilizer, select destination, and come over here and choose a different brick press. Now go ahead and put your clipboard away and pull your clipboard back out, and you're going to be selecting the last 10 pots in the room. Once you have all 10 pots selected, go ahead, press E to manage, select seed, choose the purple seed, select additive, choose the fertilizer, and then select destination and choose the very last brick press in the house. Now go ahead and put your clipboard away and pull your clipboard back out. Hold shift on your keyboard and select the 3 brick presses in front of you. Press E to manage, select destination, and then choose the shelf right here to the left. Now go ahead and put your clipboard away, and we're going to be walking up to this shelf in the back of the house right here. Press E to access the storage. We're going to be setting the filters on all of the Botnist shelves. There's 8 of them in the house. I'm just going to show you how to do one of them, and then you have to repeat the process on all 8 of the shelves. So here we go. Hit the filter, click the whitelist, click add, and then filter up until you find the blue soil. Select the blue soil, and then we're going to be doing the same thing on this filter. Click the whitelist, click the add, and then click the blue soil. Now on these 3 filters right here, we're going to be selecting the fertilizer. Go ahead, click the filter, click the whitelist, click add, and then click the fertilizer. Do the same thing on the other 2, just like I said. Whitelist, add, fertilizer. It'll look just like that. Now on these last 3, we're going to be adding our purple seed. So go ahead and click the filter and the add button, and then find the granddaddy purple seed. Do the same thing for these last 2 filters right here. Whitelist, add, purple. Whitelist, add, purple. Once the large shelf looks like this, it's good to go. Like I said, you've got 7 more shelves to go in the house. It's gonna be these 2 right here, this one along this wall, and then in this room, it's gonna be the same thing. These 2 in the middle of the room, and the 2 on the back of the wall over there. You're now done setting up the full automation within your new grow house. It's now time to hire some employees. For this build, you're gonna need to hire 8 botanists and 2 handlers. Once you've hired all your employees, go ahead and pull out your clipboard and walk up to your first botanist to get started. Select locker and go upstairs and choose a locker. Now go ahead and select supplies, come downstairs, and you're gonna be selecting this rack right here. Now go ahead and select pots and drying racks, hold shift on your keyboard, and select all 8 of the pots along this wall right here. When you're done, go ahead and press escape, double check your clipboard. If it looks like that, your botanist is good to go. Now go ahead and pull out your clipboard and walk up to your next botanist. Press E to manage, select locker, and go upstairs and choose a locker. Now go ahead and select supplies and come downstairs, and you're going to be selecting this rack right here. Now go ahead and select pots and drying racks, and you're going to be selecting all the pots in the back of the room. Make sure you hold down Shift on your keyboard so you can select all 8 of them at the same time. When you're done, press Escape, double check your clipboard. If it looks good, the botanist is good to go. Now go ahead and pull out your clipboard and walk up to your third botanist. Press E to manage, select locker, and go upstairs and choose another locker. Now select supplies and go downstairs, and you're going to be choosing this supply rack right here. Now go ahead and select pots and drying racks, hold Shift on your keyboard, and you're going to be selecting these 4 pots here and these 4 pots right here. When you're done, press Escape, double check the clipboard, and you're good to go. Now go ahead, pull out your clipboard and walk up to your 4th botanist. Press E to manage, select locker, and go upstairs and choose another locker. Now select supplies and go downstairs and choose this supply rack right over here. Now select pots and drying racks, hold Shift on your keyboard, and select all of these pots on this side of the room right here. When you're done, press Escape, double check the clipboard, and you're good to go. Now pull out your clipboard and walk up to your 5th botanist and press E to manage. Select locker and go upstairs and choose another locker. Now select supplies and go downstairs into the other room and select this shelf right here. Now select pots and drying racks, hold Shift on your keyboard, and choose all of the pots on this side of the room right here. When you're done, press Escape, make sure it looks good, and then the botanist is good to go. Now pull out your clipboard and walk up to your 6th botanist. Press E to manage, select locker, and go upstairs and choose another locker. Now select supplies, go downstairs, and then choose this shelf right here. Now select pots and drying racks, hold Shift on your keyboard, and select all the 8 pots in the back of the room just like this. Press Escape, double check your clipboard, and you're good to go. Now pull out your clipboard and walk up to your 7th botanist. Press E to manage, select locker, and go upstairs and choose another locker. Now select supplies and go downstairs and choose the supply rack right here. Now select pots and drying racks, hold Shift on your keyboard, and choose the 4 pots over here and the 4 pots over here. When you're done, press Escape, double check the clipboard, and the botanist is good to go. Now go ahead and pull out your clipboard and walk up to your last botanist. Press E to manage, select locker, and go upstairs and choose another locker. Now select supplies and go downstairs and choose the very last botanist shelf over here. Now go ahead, select pots and drying racks, hold Shift on your keyboard, and choose all the pots along the wall over here. When you're done, double check your clipboard, and now all your botanists are good to go. Now that we're done with your botanists, we can go ahead and get started with your handlers. Walk up to your first handler, press E to manage, select locker, and go upstairs and choose a locker. Now choose Assign Stations and go downstairs into one of the rooms, hold Shift on your keyboard, and select all 3 of the brick presses. Now go ahead and press Escape, and under Routes, go ahead, click Add New, click None, and on the shelf to the left, go ahead and click it, and then click None one more time, and then click the shelf to the right over here. Now go ahead and click Add New 4 times. And then select None and go outside and select Loading Bay number 2 right here. And then select None and Loading Bay. None, Loading Bay, None, Loading Bay. Now select None next to the loading docks and go inside, and we're going to be choosing each one of the botanist shelves one at a time. One right there, another botanist shelf here, another botanist shelf here, and one more botanist shelf right here. Once the handler's clipboard looks like that, the handler's good to go. Go ahead and pull out your clipboard and walk up to your last handler, and we're going to do the same thing. Press E to manage, select locker, and go upstairs and choose the very last locker. Now choose Assign Stations and go into the other room and hold down Shift on your keyboard and and select the 3 brick presses. Press escape, and then under routes, go ahead and select add new. Select none, choose the shelf on the left, select none, and then select the shelf on the right. Now go ahead and select add new 4 times. And select none, and go outside and select the loading bay number 2. Now we're gonna go ahead and select none and loading bay, none loading bay, and none one more time, loading bay. And on each one of these nuns, we're gonna select none and go inside and select another one of the botanist shelves in the other room. And do the same thing, make sure we're choosing a different botanist shelf each time. None, botanist shelf, none, botanist shelf. Once the handler's clipboard looks like that, the whole team is good to go. Now that we're done setting up the grow house and hiring employees and setting them up with job roles, we've got to stock the shelves. To get this thing started, you're going to need 160 bags of blue soil, 240 fertilizer, and 240 purple seeds. Once you have all the items that you need, you're going to be stocking all of the botanist shelves. Go ahead up to your first botanist shelf, and you're going to be putting the soil on the soil filters, the fertilizer on the fertilizer filters, and the seeds on the seed filters. Remember, we set the filters earlier. If you skip those steps, make sure you go back because it is super important. We're gonna be doing the same thing on all 7 shelves. It's gonna be looking just like this. Once you're done stocking all the shelves, there's only one thing you need to do to get this thing cranking. Go ahead upstairs and start throwing some money in all of these lockers, and all of the workers will immediately get to work. Now, until Tyler adds more employees to this build, it's kind of a bummer there's only 10 of them. These other 3 rooms are open to do whatever you want. I would make them into mixing rooms and maybe set up an office for yourself with a few safes and a bed. Now, when your supplies get low, all you've got to do is pull out your phone, go to deliveries, and then have everything that you need delivered here to the manor at loading bay number 2. Because we set the filters on everything inside the house and we set the employees up properly, they're gonna come over here and unload the bay and load the shelves up for you. The only thing that you've got to do is show up every couple of days and unload these shelves. Well, that's it, everybody. It's as easy as that to set up the brand new grow house here at the brand new manor in Schedule 1. If this thing helped you out at all, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel. We'll see y'all next time. And remember, don't be toxic. Spread positivity.